Reimagine to redesign. Gather all the old decor you can find. Let your imagination be your guide. Tune into Angie's YouTube channel for a little inspiration. Create your own unique design. Now you can reimagine to redesign. Remember to subscribe and like.
Hi friends, I am so excited you joined me for this video. I welcome you to my channel, Reimagine to Redesign. I'm Angie, and that was the first time, that was the premiere of my jingle. My cousin is a singer-songwriter, and she wrote that little jingle just for my channel, and I've been wanting something special to start each video with, and I'm so excited that she did that for me. Tina Honeycutt. I don't know if I said that enough. Tina Honeycutt. She wrote and sang that jingle for me. And I really appreciate that. And I am so excited to share it with you. Okay, we're going to do my personal favorite room in the whole house. This is always the first room I do because this room makes me smile because it's just something that I loved from my childhood. And this is our guest room. It's normally decorated in golf. We do live in a gated golf community. I think I've explained that to you before. So it's still got a little remaining golf to it. But I just wanted to share some of these things with you. And I think I've said this before, but in case I haven't, I decorate every room in my house. I just go way overboard. And I've been doing that for a very long time. I made a friend 20 years ago. Her name was Rita, and she decorated her house and her whole house, and I loved it. And so I aspired to do that. And I have gathered so many things over the years that now in this little bitty house, I can do that. It is over the top and decorated. But here's the thing. When you see something in my guest room, or you see something in my guest bathroom or my master bedroom, just because that's the room you're seeing it in, reimagine it in one of your spaces at home. It doesn't have to be a bathroom decoration, or, you know, it's just like that picture I used in my last video in my chinoiserie room. You can always take something that you've used in a different room, or a picture that you thought that was a red picture and I can only use that in my red room, and you can save it and use it for another purpose. So let's go ahead and get started on this. We're gonna look at some fun stuff for right now. Like I said, this is the Grinch room, and it wouldn't be Christmas without the Grinch. I used to watch the Grinch. I mean, that was just one of those things that my sister and I really look forward to every Christmas. And I always loved that one because I loved how his heart grew so many sizes. I don't take everything out of here. Like I said, this is usually decorated with golf things. Not over the top golf, but a good bit of golf. And so I already have plaid in here. So I've got this plaid skirt, bed skirt, and I ordered that on Amazon. And so I've got that plaid. I've got some plaid pillows right here. When I got ready to do the Grinch in this room, I wanted some Grinch pillows. And the only ones I could find were that fabric that is outdoor fabric. And I got 4 for like pillow covers from Amazon for like, I don't know, $12.99, or it was cheap, $14.99 maybe. I don't remember for sure. But I got 4 of them. Well, now I have, and this is one of those things where you kind of have to think, okay, how could I use that differently than it is? These 3 frames, I always have these 3 frames in here. And I never have really found, when you start putting too many, like if those were all golf pictures, it might start looking really busy. I don't know. So what I do is I usually use scrapbook paper in there. And I've got one of grass and another one of sand, I think, and then another one it might be golf clubs. I don't remember. We will do another video when I take the Grinch out. We'll do another one, and we'll remember what it is. But scrapbook paper fits perfectly in here, and so whenever I walk down the aisle, because I do that in a lot of frames. I'll just use, when I can't find a picture I want, I'll just find some pretty scrapbook paper and I'll put that in the frame. So anyway, I ordered these pillow covers and I got them and I thought, ooh, I know what I'll do. And, you know, I cut them up. I had to cut them to get them to fit in here, but I just think they're absolutely adorable. And I just keep them in there. All I have to do when it's time to decorate for Christmas is I just take the back off of those, and I've already got those in there ready to go. So that's another reason this room is so fun to decorate. These are just some pics that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I grouped them all together and zip tied them together. I don't even know how many are in there. Goodness, it's a bunch. Oh, so it looks like maybe about a dozen, maybe. And it's got those little balls on it. I just thought it really looked Grinchy. Just the whole thing of it. I just thought it looked really cute. And then here is his sign. He says, "This is as merry as it gets." I like to find really unique things, and sometimes when you're looking for the really unique, and plus Grinch stuff is not cheap. But I really like it a whole lot. These are just the little hand thingy pics up here, or fingers, hands, whatever. My husband had the cutest idea, and I keep forgetting to go to Hobby Lobby and get a couple more of these. But he thought these would be so cute as tiebacks on the window curtains. And I thought, that is such a cute idea. I was telling somebody about that the other day, and I said, I just keep forgetting to do it. But just take a look at that. Wouldn't that be cute? I just think that'd be really, really cute. So I'm going to do that if I can remember to go to Hobby Lobby. It's funny now that I'm all decorated for Christmas. I'm like, do I need to go to Hobby Lobby? Anyway, so right now I just put these up here. This is just a little flat of the little dog. What was his name? Oh no! What was Max? Max. Here's Max. And see, that was $12.99. That's not that bad because it was half off. I mean, no. Yeah, half off. This is something that I ordered. Uh-oh. Come on, Max. What's wrong with Max? Oh, he's on a hand there. Uh-oh. Okay, well, this is why I don't redo things a lot in videos. I'm not very good at that part. Okay. Those are just my blue... Oh, I want you. That's me. Okay, there we go. All right. These I ordered from Amazon, and it just came with just his hands and his face like that. I just think those are really cute. He's peeking over the top there. This, I think I saw this. I got this at Hobby Lobby, and I think I saw this year. It's actually a tree ornament, but I just thought it looked really cute there. And then this is Coco's stocking, and this is Coco's rug. We have to honor Coco somewhere, and so there's the Coco rug. And if Coco could get to the Christmas tree lights, honey, that is exactly what she would look like. She'd be curled up in them just like that. Okay, and so this is that green, that lime green. This is that lime green garland stuff. Now, you don't have to buy this. I bought this year. This is one of my treats I bought myself because I love my Grinch room. For several years, what I did was I did just a regular garland, and I took that kind of wide netting stuff, and I bought it in lime green, and I just kind of stuffed it in there and put a couple of balls on there. You could do that around a door. You could do that around anything, or you could just do the lime green stuff and gather it. And I got a lime green boa because, you know, he was kind of crazy. I really enjoyed the Jim Carrey version of the whole thing. And I have to be honest, I haven't watched that last one. I really need to watch it. They tell me it's even better than the Jim Carrey one. But anyway, so I got that this year, and I was really excited about that. And then I just took these little 3 hats. This looks, sometimes, if you watched my last year's Christmas video, sometimes I just put little hats all the way across. But this year, since I had the green garland, I just put that up there. I'm not sure you can really see it very well. Those brown things that you're seeing there our little hooks. I've got 2 golf clubs laying in those up above. So like I said, I don't take everything down because it's the golf room. This is my little sign. It says wanted jolly men bearing gifts. Sometimes I have a grumpy man, but as long as he's got gifts, I can do that. This is a little television that I got years ago. I saw something. I can't remember where. I don't think it was on Pinterest. I think I saw this at some kind of craft store. But it was actually one of these TVs that was one like we used to watch. It was the console television with those little Danish. I call that Danish. It was temporary back then, contemporary back then, I guess. But those little spindly legs on it. And they had taken a Christmas village. They had hollowed out that TV and kind of restored the TV a little bit and put a Christmas village in a regular size TV. And so my husband and I looked for one for a long time. And then we found this. He's thinking we found it at Cracker Barrel. I guess that is where we found it. I don't really remember, but I've seen them. They had them at Hobby Lobby for a while. You might could find one on Amazon. I don't know. But anyway, it also plays music. I find extremely annoying, so I don't play that music very often. It's that high tinny stuff. The magic of Christmas is children, and I did this. I cross-stitched this and this. My friend that I told you decorated her whole house over the top. She taught me how to cross-stitch, and one year we made collars, and that was on the collar that I tied around my neck. I used to sew a lot, and anyway, I love Santas. I collected Santas for years. Okay, and then I keep this in here all the time. This, I think, I do think we've been in this room before because I think I showed you this bench that my husband made out of 2 Duncan 5 chairs that actually were my grandmother and granddaddy's. And I keep this lamp in here all the time. Okay, so now here is the thing that I absolutely... just when I saw this, I was like, oh my word, that would be so cute in the Grinch room. This is what I've talked about it so many times about the Decorator Warehouse in Arlington, Texas. I'm sure you can tell I'm in East Texas. If you live anywhere like within a couple of hours of Arlington, that trip is take your children, because it is magical. I can barely get through the front doors. They've added those a bunch of those huge diamond light trees to the front too, and a bunch of diamond light. They may have polar bears. They've just got everything, but they have got Santa Clauses, snowmen, and they're quite affordable. I paid $100 for this little tree, but that was before I really started seeing them a lot. Now I got one bigger than this for my son for his birthday, and it was $120. And they store, look at this, how thin that is. Now you talk about something easy to store. If you've got a storage challenge, then that's it right there. But it fascinates me to you just look in there forever. That's why it's called infinity. And then I just put my little Grinch here and some binoculars because, he's got to see down there into the village. And this little table runner. This also feels like, it's kind of cheesy fabric, but I couldn't really find this was all I could find. It was on Amazon, and it's cute, and it's held up fine. And it's the same feel as these are. I've got a little basket. It's got some of the plaids in it and the golf, and I really enjoy it. I don't know if you can see this sign, but it shows the Grinch, and it says he stole Christmas. I neglected to show you this great big snowflake. I ordered this from Walmart last year. You really and truly, my youngest son used to say that someday Walmart was going to take over the world, and then Amazon came along, and he was like, I think I might have been wrong. And I said, no, you're not wrong, because you can go on Walmart and find just about anything you can find on Amazon. And I do a lot of price comparing with Walmart and Amazon, but they both sell a lot of similar things. But anyway, this is huge. I used it last year in our guest bathroom, but it's a snowflake and it's happy. And I've got this little wreath right there. I've got several of those everywhere. And then I've got another little Grinch right there. We have a Grinch blow up outside, and we usually put green lights around this window. And when we decorate outside I don't decorate outside. My husband does that part, except for the front porch. I do that part. Okay, that's it for this room, I think. Okay, friends, thanks so much for joining me for my really happy Grinchy room. I'm glad you were here. I hope you enjoyed my little jingle. I thank Tina Honeycutt again. I'm going to be using that at the beginning of my videos from now on. I think that's very neat, and I really appreciate it. If you'll please subscribe, just like the jingle says, or give me a like or a comment, I would really appreciate it. It really helps those algorithms with YouTube, and I want to keep making more videos. I love to laugh, I love to have a good time, and I love to decorate. And I'd like for you to keep joining me. Please tell me what you'd like to see. I've still got some rooms to go. I did the chinoiserie bedroom, and I've got an office that's got some chinoiserie in it. So I'm going to do that for next time. But if you've got any blue and you're thinking about blue, please check out my last video. Okay, thanks so much, friends. And I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Happy decorating.
Reimagine to redesign. Gather all the old decor you can
Something. Testing.
Is that all?
That's it.
You usually have a lot of words. Okay.